Welcome to the Empowering Mothers Montage, a tribute to the strength, resilience, and love that mothers, particularly Black mothers, bring to the world. As a storyteller, I'm deeply passionate about capturing the beautiful and inspiring moments that make life truly special. Today, we celebrate the incredible journey of motherhood and the profound impact that it has on our lives and the lives of everyone around us. Through the lens of Shanell Lamere Films and my incredible Black Woman Empowerment podcast, What She Grows Through, I'm honored to share the stories of a few dope women. Their journeys are filled with love, sacrifice, reminding us of the power and influence that mothers hold. As we dive into the stories of a few of these extraordinary mothers, we stand in awe of their courage, their wisdom, and the just dope determination to nurturing and guiding these little babies. Well, what's up, beautiful? I'm Shanell Lamere, storyteller, a proud Black woman, mommy, entrepreneur, and so many other titles I can't keep up myself. I'm passionate about empowering and uplifting other Black women and mothers through my storytelling videography business and my podcast. Now, in Shanell Lamere Films, I capture the essence of life's most cherished moments, focusing on the beauty, strength, and resilience that mommies bring to the world. Capturing these moments, we can create a powerful visual narrative that serves as a reminder to our growth and the incredible journey of motherhood. Now, my podcast is all about personal growth, self-discovery, and celebrating our unique stories on this journey. We as Black women, we need to remember that we are all important, we are all connected, and it's important for me to provide a platform that allows us to elevate our voices and share our stories and align with one another as we can continue growing mindfully along our journeys towards wholeness. Each episode, we're diving deep into uncovering so many different stories and gems of Black women navigating through life's challenges with grace, determination, and commitment to ourselves, our own well-being, and our family. Both my videography business and my podcast align with my vision and mission to support and uplift Black women and mothers. I believe by sharing our stories and learning from one another, we can build a community of resilient and empowered Black women who are equipped to navigate life's challenges and further nurture and grow into the dopest future for ourselves and our families. Now, our first story comes from a radiant soul named Tiffinique. She's not just a wife and mother of two beautiful children, but she's also an entrepreneur and an influencer who continues to show up for herself every day. Like, what brings you the most joy and satisfaction, in the role as a mom?
It's so small, but seeing how happy my kids are when they see me, whenever they're not with me, just their reaction every single time. And it's every single day. So it just makes me feel like, all right, you keep going, just keep going. Keep whatever you're doing. They're happy at home because they're happy to be back with you whenever they come. Especially if I'm having a bad day.
Motherhood for Tiffinique wasn't just about nurturing her children. It was also about nurturing herself.
I never ever wanted children. So everything altered. It wasn't just about me. And I didn't even think I had this much strength to do for myself, let alone do for not one, but two kids. I'm about to get married. So it's everything that I'm doing and having, I didn't see growing up.
And as she journeyed into this new role, she found a path that led her back to herself. We all have moments or experiences that make us feel empowered as mothers. Can you share one that stands out to you?
I had my wedding dress experience by myself pretty much, and my kids were home. So I tried to dress on, and I already had the feelings because, but then I seen the kids, and they were looking, and they were like, oh my, you're the princess. Like, well, they was saying it like the princess, whatever, but like it was like their reaction, and it clicked in my head like I'm about to show my kids something that I never even had growing up. Like, I don't even know how to explain the feeling that I had, because it was like emotional, but I felt empowered. Like, oh my God, for my daughter, to see like her mom going through this moment, and then for my son to see his mom go through it too. And I was just like, wow, like this is why we are doing what we're doing. Like, it was just such a powerful moment for me.
In the midst of the diapers, school runs, planning a wedding, and influencing, she found the space for self-discovery and growth.
It's so weird because I used to feel like insecure about all those titles. Like, because it felt like it was a pressure that was getting put on me. It took a lot, like, for me to step into a role of being the mom and still Tiff, like the mom, and really taking care of myself. Because if I'm not taking care of myself, how am I going to take care of my kids? How am I going to take care of my family? How am I going to take, like, I got to take care of myself. So now that I'm actually walking into it, I'm like, dang, this is really a good feeling. Like,
so many different titles. So it's all about managing all these things. Motherhood or being a mom is just one part. I mean, it's a big part.
Exactly.
Tiffinique's story is a testament to the power of self-discovery in motherhood. Her journey reminds us that while we are raising our children, we are also raising ourselves. And in doing so, we are empowering not just our children, but ourselves.
I want you to feel so empowered, even if your hair is in an afro, or if all the time, I just want you to be comfortable with your hair and her eyebrows, like any of her features that I used to be insecure about, that now I get praised on. I'm like, everything on you is absolutely beautiful. Like, what do you mean? Like, what? And I do the same with my son, but I just do it in a different way. It's more like mental, like, you're strong, you're such a huge help, like, you're very, oh my goodness, you're so smart, and all this, like, a lot of affirmations with him. And I think that's because he's older.
Her story is the essence of what she goes through, embracing the challenges, celebrating the victories and successes, and just growing through it all. Yeah, so just thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, thank you. A lot of people hold this in, or they'll want to talk about it, but they don't have a resource, or they want to hear stuff like this so that they can continue to just keep going and keep moving, and get motivated to be like, oh, I'm gonna try that. I hope if you're listening, get yourself together first.
Right. By sharing your story, you're empowering other moms, other Black women to do the same thing. Like, we're all empowering. Like,
yes,
just have to see that. Now, our next empowering story comes from the beautiful Shaniece, a new mommy navigating the waters of motherhood. Glowing, looking pretty. How's it going? Hey, Nee.
Hey, it's going.
For Shaniece, motherhood came with a unique set of challenges and joys that she continues to explore every day.
I would say the most rewarding feeling is when I know that I can comfort her. Like, if she's crying and, it's just like I can pick her up, put her on my chest, and she's just quiet. So I think that's the most rewarding. Like, I'm her safe place. Like, she's comforted through me. So it's like, it's exciting. It's rewarding too, because it's like, I created you like I made you. So I better be able to calm you down.
Becoming a mother has been an intense transformation for Shaniece.
It's crazy because I didn't think like she would come out of me and it would feel like we got to get to know each other. But we really had to learn each other. The first 2 weeks, we really had to get to know what was going on. Like, I'm still learning who she is. She's still learning who I am. We're trying to come up with a routine. But 2 months in, it's lit.
It's a journey that has taken her into the depths of love, of having patience, resilience, and of course, strength that she didn't even know she had.
But I think it just shaped me as like, I need to chase my goals. I want to be a better person for her. When she gets to an age where she's able to understand the things that I had to sacrifice for her, I want it to be worth it. So I think that's just molding like my self-discovery.
Shanice's story is a testament to the power of resilience in the face of change.
I just take it day by day. Like, that's one of them things you can't, like, stress yourself out. And I was the type of person before I had her, I was, like, trying to plan everything to a T. With this, it's, like, unexpected. Like, the best you can do is have a routine, stick to it. If something goes off track, you know, you just get back in line. But it's definitely, like, a whole new thing. Like, I'm changing who I am. I'm, like, teaching someone how to be someone. Like, it's definitely a lot of pressure. But pressure makes diamonds, so it's
right. Her journey into motherhood is a beautiful portrayal of growth, learning to adapt, and the discovery of just new depths within herself.
Tapping into a journal and just journaling, hey, today I feel okay. Today I don't really feel this good. Today she pooped 3 times, or, you know, she was cooing at me. She smiled at me. It's just those little milestones. And then also for myself, like, you know, I woke up, I did my hair, I got up early, I got up before she woke up. It's just little stuff like that, like getting my nails done, getting my toes done, just like trying to feel myself, and just not getting lost in motherhood. I think that's the best way to navigate through it. And it's hard. It's really hard because it's like, okay, I'm her mom. You know, I have to, like, obviously her dad is around, but it's like, I have to make sure she's okay. I really wasn't as confident. I wasn't as, you know, like you said, resilient. I kind of lived through fear a little bit, because I wish that I was a sheltered kid and I was raised by an independent woman. So it was like, okay, a man can't do nothing for me. I'm going to do it all for myself.
Her story is an embodiment of what she grows through, adapting to those new roles, embracing the challenges.
The 2 months that, you know, we've been spending together, it's been overwhelming, tiring, and it's really like a lifestyle. It's kind of like a second hat that you wear. Like, okay, I can be a lash tech, I can be a chef, I can be whatever. But when I come home, I put that mom hat on, and it's like it changes everything. Like, it changes, like, you're in mom mode. You know what I'm talking about? Like, right? You're in mom mode. Like, say you go out with a night with your friends, okay, like, I'm the life of the party. When I go home, though, I'm the mom. Like, it's just crazy. It's something that you carry around with you. Like, it's just like a big, big, big role. The best thing I can do as a Black woman is go to therapy, fix the problems in myself, heal my childhood trauma, talk with my mother about things that, you know, I wasn't comfortable saying, or that I was scared to say, or, you know, mom, you made me feel like this. I want to heal that part of me so she won't ever have to even understand what that part of a person feels like. You know what I mean? I want her to be everything I wasn't, you know? And because she's a girl, it's like, girl, you got to show off. The legacy I want to leave for her, is just to always be yourself. Always keep it real. Always, you know, just be who you are. Like, you know, you're great. You're lit. You're your own person. Why would you want to be anybody else?
Now, finally, we have the incredible Khamil Bailey. She's not only a mother and entrepreneur, but also an inspiring figure who has a profound impact on those around her. The whole Pittsburgh.
Really just getting to see your kids develop and grow into their own people is very cool. And kind of having that front row seat is really, really nice. Like, it helps you understand a lot more about not only them, but yourself and other people too. So I would say that's probably the most rewarding part, is just watching them grow into who they'll be.
For Khamil, motherhood and entrepreneurship are intertwined.
I think I've just realized that there is like no equal split, and it's not the same all the time. Like, there are times where, you know, my kids need me more than anything else in my life, and everything else has to be put on the back burner. And there's times where I need to feed myself because I can't do anything for them or my business if I'm hungry or if I'm weak or I'm exhausted. And then there's times where, you know, I feed my professional development in the work because it ultimately fuels our personal lives in different ways. And it's kind of my contribution to the community that we're a part of, right? Like, I really believe in you give and get when it comes to community. So that's kind of my give. And balancing, I hate the word balancing because it's really not a balance. Maybe it is a balance. Maybe it is, like, because sometimes it's a little more than the other, right? Like, when you're looking at it, this takes a little more weight to get it there, but that amount of weight is necessary to get us to where we are. So maybe that is what it is. But it's a struggle. It's always a struggle trying to figure out who is entitled to what at what times. But we try to get it right. Like I try to make sure to never feel guilty about putting down my work stuff for my kids, you know. So
she's on a journey where every day is an opportunity to learn, grow, and empower.
When you see how people develop, you get to think about your own development, right? Like when you see all the things that go into what helps them to grow, and what starts to shape their world, you think about the things that you've experienced, even from like your youngest memories, and think about how those things shape the way that you move about the world. You can then really assess yourself a little deeper, right? Like you can learn what parts of yourself are built in trauma and what parts are built in love, and really start to shape the parts that you keep around because they're good for you and the parts that you adjust because maybe they're not so good.
Khamil's journey is a testament to the power of support and community, especially among Black women and mothers.
I am fortunate enough to still have my mother and my grandmother. I have aunts. I have in-laws who are all active mothers, who all have experiences that can teach you something. So that's helpful. What Muffy Mendoza has created with Pittsburgh Brown Mamas is like, and sometimes you don't realize that you need something until you like experience it, and it's like, oh, I really needed this. I feel like Brown Mamas does that a lot, and it's a support system that is really unmatched by anything else that I've seen in this region.
She is the beacon of empowerment, constantly nurturing her growth through her relationships with others.
I think a big part of, you know how people say, do as I say, not as I do? No. They're more likely to do what you do. So if I can demonstrate to them the way that I want them to behave, I think that's a good way to do it. That's a double-edged sword too, because again, you have to watch the stuff that you do that you don't want them to emulate. I think a good part of it, like even bringing my kids in Emerald City and letting them see the work happen here, involving them and letting them see things realistically is really important for shaping the way that they will move throughout the world, because they are more likely to do as you do as opposed to doing what you say. I think we get really stifled as we grow up. Maybe the people around us have only seen so much, so they only think certain things are possible, and you limit the imagination of a child. So I think the legacy I want to leave with my kids is just freedom and knowing oneself and really moving through the world with that understanding. Like, the happiest people are the people who have that freedom, and the people who are most miserable are the people who have been kind of squashed. Yeah, it sounds very hippie and like metaphysical, but that's kind of what it is. Like it's nondescript, it's not specific. I just want them to feel joy. Like, and I think that joy comes from being able to find your joy, being able to explore the things that make you happy, but also things that don't, right? And being able to live a life that is based in your joy. I'm Khamil Bailey, and I am an empowering mother.
From balancing her roles as a mother and entrepreneur to inspiring and empowering others, Khamil is a testament to the power of community. So, a little bit about my personal story as a mother. My journey as a mother has been an incredible, life-changing experience filled with so many moments of joy, challenges I didn't think that I can get through, discovering myself in these moments, and importantly, deciding to grow through those moments, learning from the lessons and finding so much gratitude within it all. Becoming a mother has truly shaped who I am and how I show up today, teaching me the importance of this word called resilience and unconditional love. As we come to an end of this Empowering Mothers Montage, I just wanted to leave you with a special message that celebrates the resilience, the strength, and love that every mother embodies. Mothers, you are the heart of your families, the nurturers of your communities, and just continue to show up through Shanell Lamere Films and what she grows through. My mission is to uplift and empower you. So I invite you to share your stories, connect with other like-minded mothers, and support the beautiful sisterhood that we're creating for one another. So to further engage with our content and our community, I encourage you to subscribe to the podcast, What She Grows Through, on all podcasting platforms. Follow us on all our social media accounts at What She Grows Through, and if you want to personally follow me, you can at Shanell Lamere. And if you're looking to capture your own special moments, then definitely consider booking Shanell Lamere Films to help you with that. Together, we can create beautiful visuals that celebrate your journey and empowers you to amplify your voice in our empowering community. In closing, remember that you are so dope. You're capable, resilient, you are enough, and your journey as a mother, the incredible superpower that lives in all of us mommies. Let's continue to uplift and empower one another as we continue to grow through this journey towards wholeness, side by side.